Welcome to the Eli Farney Show. Hi, what's going on? And welcome to the Eli Farney Show. I'm a 22-year-old. I just graduated college, and I'm sitting in my closet recording a podcast. Right now it's just me. No co-host for this one. It's just going to be me. And since this is my very first podcast, I figured I'd just talk about myself a little bit. Kind of just cast a line out there and see if there's anyone that resonates with what I'm talking about. Maybe eventually I can get some feedback and talk about things that people want to hear. But so I just graduated college and I got a BFA in acting. So that was a fun decision for my parents for sure. But I don't know, I didn't always want to be an actor. I just, when I was in high school, I was walking down, it was like freshman year, and I was walking down the hallway getting ready to leave school, and I heard over the intercom, they were like, hey, we're doing drama auditions in whatever room it was, you know what I mean? We're doing drama auditions today right after school. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go and do it. I'm going to go out there and try my luck. So I went and I auditioned for this character, Steve. He had a southern accent, and employees must wash hands before murder. And I don't really remember anything else or any of my lines or anything, but I think I just got the part because I was willing to do a southern accent, even though it took some coercing. Like I wasn't going to do it. I was like, sorry, man, I don't know how to do a southern accent. And he was like, just try. And I was like, all right, fine. But that was pretty cool as a freshman. All the seniors were super, super cool, and they all treated me like family, and I kind of fell in love with this whole theater stuff. I did that for a while, and then eventually I got a new director, and she was kind of like, hey, it was like junior, senior year. She's like, I think you could really do this. And it's just one of those things, because it's like you're a kid and you want to be an actor and you want to be a firefighter and a magician or whatever, you know what I mean? But it's like, are you really going to actually do those things? And I guess for me, like, it really just took someone actually telling me that I could do it, that like it could be a reality, that without necessarily just going and being super mega famous, like, you can do it. And apparently I had a talent for it. So I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. And so after that, I ended up going to the University of Oklahoma. I auditioned for OU and the Oklahoma City University as well. But I just wanted to go to, at the time, a Big 12 school, because I'm from Kansas, always cheering on Kansas State and KU and stuff like that. So just kind of, felt like going to a kind of a bigger non-private school would be fun to have like some college life as well. And I did. Honestly, I don't know why, but I never went to a football game. The very first time I was there, like my first semester, I was already working a job that they required me to work all the football games. And it was good money. So I guess I don't really regret that, but then I just never really built the habit around it, and I always felt like I was busy during football season. I always still root for the Sooners. But yeah, I attended the University of Oklahoma, and now I'm finished, and it feels kind of weird being done. Just because there's a lot of pressure, and especially doing what I do, but I feel like everyone feels that. Like even in, I see a lot of people major in finance or business or whatever, and then maybe even they're going into a sales job, and it's like, even though there's way more security in that, like your ability to get up every single day and do the things that you want to do and still go to the gym and feed yourself and take care of yourself and all of those things, like it can definitely be a challenge. And I imagine that everybody deals with that. For me, it's like I do everything I can to take as many steps forward as possible. And like doing this is a huge one, so just auditioning, creating a brand, and doing the things that I like too, because this is, could definitely help my career for sure, but it's really not about that. Like for me, the motivation I found to do this today was purely just because I thought it was cool, and I like to just sit and think about things deeply. And maybe just if I build the habit now, then I can invite a couple of my friends even and just be like, hey dude, come record a podcast with me. I'll get a little bit better each time and get better at editing and get better at thinking of things to talk about, and connecting to following as well. I think that would be the coolest thing, is to get to talk to people that actually experience some of the things that I experience. And with that, I'm going to transition out of just yapping about me all damn day and talk about something that is super personal to me that I experienced, that I would love to find someone else who also experiences it. So I lucid dream basically every single time I go to sleep. Like, sleeping and dreaming are pretty synonymous for me, even if it's like a nap. And basically what happens is, like, as I start drifting off, the very first thing that happens is auditory hallucinations. And I'll start hearing voices, or I'll start hearing people call my name or whatever. And then eventually I'll start to almost get these visuals, that like I can start to kind of see what's going on. And then soon enough, I'd slip all the way into the dream. So my awareness never really leaves me from the time that I was Eli laying in bed to the time that I go and get into the dream. So for a lot of my youth, I would control my dreams and, fly around and do all the things that you want to do in your dreams. But also I found that when you just let the dream be, it can create a magnificent story that maybe I wouldn't have even been able to think about consciously. Now, to go deeper on that, I've had some other experiences with my dreams and with my subconscious that really just makes me wonder what exactly is going on. Because a lot of people tell me that, like, it's your dreams are reflective of what you experience, and it's trying to process those things and whatever. And I get that, but I'll tell you a dream I had that really freaked me out. And of course you only remember bits and pieces of it, but I remember being on this like log raft, and I was like going down this river, like Rock River Rapids type stuff, I think, or there's the water's moving rapidly and there are rocks and it's a river. You get it. So I'm rolling down the river and I like hit this jump, and as I'm flying through the air, I look over and I'm down on a rock. I see myself, like I see Eli, but it is the very best version of me. Like it's a version of me so good that I would be willing to leave it behind and let it live out the rest of my life and know that it would do everything the way that I always envisioned it to be or wanted it to be. And that kind of got me thinking. So I rolled down the rest of the river and ended up landing on this little beach, and I'm already, my conscious mind is starting to wake up maybe more than it already is. And I start to see my grandma sitting in a chair, just in a little lawn chair, and she's sitting there and she's like drinking a drink or whatever, and then she like says something to me, but I don't even really register what she says because I'm so in my head. And I start thinking, I'm like, man, like, and maybe this is personal, but like, my grandma's got dementia, and so she's not going to be articulating sentences this way, you know what I mean? Like, she's just not going to be talking about me this way. And as I'm looking at her and seeing that and kind of having this like, yeah, it's all a dream, it's not real, like it's not really her, who is actually like playing her right now, just like me as an actor, like who's playing her? And then she, like this force looked at me in the dead of my soul and like zoomed in, and like her face got real close, like up in my face, but even though she was sitting all the way over there, and it was like this forbidden knowledge that like I wasn't supposed to uncover, or like something really didn't want me to know what I was thinking, or was just scared of it, or I don't really know. It terrified me for sure. It struck a nerve in me that made me like super afraid. But it was very interesting experience, and it's interesting to be able to live that out and then wake up and have those still affect my life today. I mean, even now recording this podcast, that dream continues to affect my life. And so I've had multiple experiences in dreams that have real tangible emotional effects on my day to day. I mean, even this morning or last night, whatever I had some negative dreams and sometimes just intense emotional stress. It's not really anything to do with what's going on. You're stressed. I just have this very interesting relationship with my dreams, because in some ways it is literally a dream, I mean, it's like the best movie you ever saw, but you were in it. And other times it's like being tortured by someone who knows all your deepest, darkest secrets. It's tough. It can definitely be tough. But I'm so fascinated by it, and especially the lucid dreaming thing. A lot of people tell me that they basically just go to sleep and then wake up. And, it's just the next day. And I've had that happen if I am like super, super dead tired. But again, like for me, it's so synonymous of each other. They're so interconnected that like sleeping is dreaming, you know. To get my consciousness to settle down and get out of the way is to put it in a dream. I know that there's other folks out there that are dreaming that same shit and just wondering like, why exactly does this happen? And then, you know, of course you can give me the explanation, you can show me where my brain's firing, but there's no way for me to communicate to you what fabricated I experienced in a dream. And I can tell you it's basically just as complex as this world that we live here now. So, where's the real proof that those two worlds are all that different? I'm going to leave you with that for episode 1. I know it wasn't very long, but if you did find any interest in this, hopefully you could give me a follow and share with your friends. Thank you guys so much. This is Eli Farney. Have a good one.